Hey Dan, it's Wednesday evening, about 6:30, and I am cooking venison. I obviously told you about it last night. Here is the tenderloin. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking that tenderloin and what I did is I marinated it in red wine, a mixture of red wine, olive oil, soy sauce, rosemary, and I guess that's it. Garlic as well. And then what you do is while the grill's heating up, so the grill's obviously heating up, is you take that what was left of that marinade and you make a reduction sauce out of it. So I'm just cooking it down, and I'm going to reduce it in volume by about half, and then I'll put a tablespoon of lingonberry jam in it, and I will end up making kind of a. They recommend using currant, but lingonberries works too. So I'll end up making a sauce for the meat as well. So it's really interesting. I mean, just the smell of venison is very different, obviously, than beef. And in case it doesn't go over very well, I've got a backup plan. Yes, leftover hamburgers. So anyway, that's what we're up to. Galen is slaving away, doing dishes. And so I think that I will stop this. No, I won't. I'm going to keep talking for a little bit. I did watch your video from last night. By the way, it seems like we can both upload at the same time now, because I think you were uploading when I was uploading. But anyway, I watched your video. Did you say you wanted me to make sure it was public? So it looked like you had made it private, so I went ahead and changed it to public. Anyway, I will not comment on that here. I will comment on that elsewhere. And let's see, what else? Weather, I can tell you about the weather. It was supposed to snow today for the first time. It was actually quite cold this morning and rainy, but we didn't get any snow. I think they got a little bit in maybe just south of us and a little bit in Rochester, but it wasn't obviously anything to ski home about. But we didn't end up getting any at all. And my goal of swimming during the first snowfall, I think, is a bad one. I've changed my mind on that. So anyway, but it's supposed to be back up for a high of 50 by this weekend, and we're going to end up with some, slightly warmer weather before winter really sets in, I think. So anyway, that's I guess that's all I've got. There's a bunch of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the whole Penn State thing. Part of me doesn't want to talk about it at all, but part of me also feels like maybe it's important to talk about. Let's see, what else? Did I tell you Beth is leaving for Texas tomorrow morning? She's going to Houston for a Girl Scout convention, and she will be back on Sunday. She'll be gone all weekend. And let's see. We close on the property tomorrow, on the Mankato Avenue property, finally. There's a lot to tell you about that, too. I'll tell you about that later as well. Anyway, I think I'm going to go and pay attention to my reduction sauce. Go get my venison grilled, and we, like my deer, are still dead.
I want to say something.
Oh, Charlie wants to say something.
Here, I'll just make a separate video. I wanted to say that I got interviewed tonight for being a 3-generation Girl Scout.
You got what?
Interviewed tonight for being a 3-generation Girl Scout.
3. Enunciate. 3.
3.
So anyway, she got interviewed tonight, as did Beth and Virginia, for being 3 generations of Girl Scout. So, and apparently I'm getting interviewed next week, as is my dad and my children, for being 3 generations of Girl Scout cookie eaters. So anyway, we are, in fact, still dead.
Still dead. Yeah.